In another life, under another sky, in a land of eternal twilight, I was Prince Kiri Amaranth. I never did like that title. My older brother took it much better. Under the authority of the Seelie Court of the Fae, I was raised to be a callous, apathetic creature, to find joy in my station and to find worth in superiority. I hated it. So I left and found myself among the unseelie Fae, in the lands guided by the Queen of Air and Darkness. It took me almost 100 years, but I finally found a home. Then the war came. I served my new people as a healer, as much as I could, anyway. But it wasn't enough. We lost. The Queen was sealed away, her armies banished, and that's how I found myself in Sanmaria. And for 15 years, all I wanted was to go home. Somehow, I got my wish. And I returned to a Feywild with no place left for me. I really did think that was it, but somehow, my friends from Sanmaria followed me across the Vale, and my dear, beloved Vesper somehow gave me the power to wake my queen. She's alive. And the strangest thing of all is that I don't think I want to go home anymore. During my absence, something killed an Archfey, and for all their wars, that is something the courts would themselves never dare to do. But the Whispered One and his mad Lich King are a problem too big to ignore, and so I won't. And I will pursue this calling to the ends of the earth if I have to. For myself, for all people, and for my queen.
I always wanted to be special, to prove I was more than just a simple halfling from a backwoods farming community. My life has been a laundry list of struggles, disappointments, and shortcomings. And worse yet is that my mother doesn't let me forget that she's keeping track of them all. My name's Devereaux Thistlebrook. My dad left me and my family behind in Featherton when I was really little. I never really understood why, but I always looked up to him. I dreamed of traveling the world like he does. So I left home nearly 2 years ago on a whim, hoping to get a whiff of adventure and experience new, exotic places, see mysterious sights, and feel like a true explorer, someone of legend. My travels so far have led me into ancient ruins, derelict fortresses, fey-touched swamps, and even ancient dragons' nests. I even ran into my dear old dad, Clark, along the way. Turns out I may be a bit more than ordinary after all. You see, my dad is a deva, a celestial being. More than that, he was kicked out of his celestial home by a god. A god, with a capital G. Some of his power and personality must have rubbed off on me, though, because I've discovered I have some magical aptitude. The feathers growing on my back just complicate things a bit. While I don't know exactly what the future holds for me, I do know that I want to learn more about my own heritage, all while doing more research on the Fae, elven legends, and all the other mysteries of the world. Someday, I'll make a real great discovery and be remembered for all of my accomplishments. Until then, I'm going to keep traveling with my friends so that I can finally prove I'm worth more than my mom thinks.
Good day. My name is Finley Marina Moncroy. I'm not sure why you'd care to know the details of my name. I don't think it's important who I was or where I came from, but more who I am and where I am now. So, let's start again. You may call me Finley, Finn if we become close, but we will not. I'm on a mission from the Raven Queen, and I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to tell you, but suffice it to say it's pretty important. Not because of names or stations, but because she saw something in me. I'm not about to question that, because now I finally have something to do that feels useful, and I get to be out on the road. You may question it, you would not be the first, but I do not particularly care. I enjoy a good book, a nice tea, and keeping up with the latest fashion. Do not look at me like that. It's possible to look nice and be useful at the same time. What else? What would make you feel as though you know Finley Moncroy? That I trained my horse Badger from when he was a foal? Perhaps that I started fundraising for war orphans while I was training with the other clerics? My favourite song is Save a Dance for Yanira. Sometimes I like to sit out among the stars and just think of what other worlds might be out there, what other planes might hold. Do you feel like we know each other now? No? How terribly surprising. I have hopes and dreams, same as anyone, but I am afraid I will need to get to know you a little better before I share such things.
Imagine a girl venturing in darkness to find ways to help people. Her love for others stronger than the fear of the unknown. And yet cast out by her family for being far too brave. What we fear isn't darkness itself, it's the monsters that lurk in it. Twist it. Defile it. We scorn and shun those wretches because of this dread, but by proxy, all who even touch the shadow. I ask you to put aside this fear and instead keep a watchful eye on those who seek to harm and rise against them. Especially those that lavish in the light, for there are monstrosities that don't need the gloom to do evil. Do not be afraid. Imagine being struck a mortal blow in battle, only to be given more time to be healed. Imagine a victim, the sole witness of a murder, pulled back from the veil to elucidate who must be brought to justice. Imagine a parent, a traveler killed on their way home, but granted the last gift to say goodbye to a mourning family before passing on. Imagine the girl who did nothing wrong, a girl who loves her son. Imagine the son, a son cursed, unafraid of the wilds, an echo of an infernal pact, an echo of light in the dark.
Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Did I do everything right? Why is my camera weird?
It's flipped, right? It's usually flipped.
It would appear flipped for y'all, but it's normal for me. Hello, friends. Welcome to the 39th session. Death's Keepers. Kappa, your hair looks great.
No, it doesn't. It just flopped over.
Welcome to Death's Keepers, where we're having good hair days. Oh my god, I love it. Welcome to the stream.
Woo!
What do we got going on today?
Playing a little D&D, and then, I don't know, making some dinner.
Yeah? Oh, is everybody's Christen advantages correct on the screen?
Sure.
Yes.
Mine's correct.
And it's
I
also
honestly
correct.
didn't look, but looks fine.
Looks fine. Okay. Well, if that's the case, Echo. Echo, would you give us a recap of what happened last time?
I certainly. So, after leaving the area, running away from the crime scene, we fought some fiendish beings. Followed Finley. Following a vision, Finley seemed determined to chase down someone. It led us to an alley. And that alley was someone I haven't seen in a long time. I know this person is Larkin. Apparently, Kiri and Devereaux do too. Finley knows this person is someone else by a different name. Vaughn. It wasn't long until we found that they're related. Quite the surprise to Finley. She thought Vaughn had perished a long time ago. I can't say it was a happy reunion. There's a lot of bitterness, a lot of regret. It didn't help that Fawn Larkin antagonized Finley, and Finley couldn't take it. Walked out the room. Thank goodness, though, Kiri went after her. Ooh, man. Dev left too, and I was left alone. And as far as I know, that could have been it. You see, Larkin is my handler in the silence. And I haven't been a very good member, apparently. Which gives her, by silence rights, every opportunity, or every right to just end me then and there. And no doubt she could have. But for some reason, I learned there's a protection order out on me. I have no idea why. It's a little troubling. But as far as I know, nothing changes. Just got to be a little bit more careful. But I'm still worried at the implications of what that means. Given everything we know about the Lich King. Dev came back to my room, apparently. They went to the library. We had a nice little chat, and Dev's got some business with the Nine Hells. And assured them that I'd follow and help out. I'm not sure what Finley, what Kiri were up to. I hope Kiri was able to reassure Finley. We had a little chat once they were back, and now we're at dinner. A little awkward, given everything that happened, but I think we're going to be moving on pretty soon. Oh, I got a letter back from my mom. She's okay.
Oh, that's a creepy song for a letter from your mom. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah. She's okay. I don't know why I doubted her, but it was nice to hear. It's been too long. Saved a little bit of that letter, burned the rest. But yeah, anyway, back to dinner.
The dinner at the evening at the Cliffside, which is nowhere near the Cliffside, the Cliffside Inn and Tavern, is a quiet night tonight. It's rather late. You have been served a large family-style dinner of turkey, some chicken, some rabbit stew, charcuterie boards of cheeses and dried meats, with as much ale and water as your heart's desire.
Stuffing my face. Just kind of...
Finley is working on some of the rabbit stew. For some reason, the charcuterie board just doesn't sound good at the moment.
I will be nibbling delicately on the cheeses, crackers, or whatever assorted foods are on the board.
What's wrong with the word charcuterie?
I didn't want to say it.
Okay.
I strategically chose my words. And I'm just kind of looking from person to person around the table as I'm nibbling on different pieces of food.
I'm drinking the best wine I can find that isn't suspiciously good. Or suspiciously expensive, I'll put it that way.
Finley is
Noted.
drinking, like, the cheap wine.
So there's nothing else we need to do in Wolfcrest, do we?
Don't think so.
I say should we get started? It's a long way away.
Long way away indeed. How are we going to get there?
What about a boat?
It'd be faster than going across the continent.
I guess. I've never really considered traveling by boat at all. And I put my food down on my plate, and my face is kind of scrunched up a little bit at the thought, and I just kind of push the plate away from me.
Oh, but Devereaux, it's the wide open sea, and there's fresh air, and there's the smell of salt water, and there's nothing but freedom.
Nothing but water as far as the eye can see.
Finley is,
Ugh.
like, actively excited about something for the first time in a while. I think, I mean, I don't know how long it takes. I don't know what the difference is. But it might be safer. I haven't heard of any undead armies out on the open ocean. I'm not sure of the best route, of course. Route. That's my accent there. But unless there's, you know, stops along the way you'd like to make. Unless you've got a faster idea.
I mean, faster, yes. Cheaper? Arguably not. But
How much faster?
How much cheaper?
well, it's not. I don't think it would be cheaper. I mean, magic does a lot of weird stuff, right? So, ostensibly, could we find someone who could, I don't know, like, blink us there?
Could. I don't know where we would find such a person, if I'm being entirely honest.
I mean,
To
we
my
could ask.
knowledge,
I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, to my knowledge, it's pretty difficult magic as I understand it. So, I don't know where we would find a person like that.
I think someone at the temple might know. I mean, that's my best guess. I don't know if they do know.
Yeah, but then that's the problem, is it's probably going to be expensive as all heck. So, we have a lot of money, but I don't know if we have that much.
Speaking of which, I pull out the coin purse that Larkin gave me. I got some funds. if you, I mean, it's more than I've had in a long time. As far as I'm concerned, this is ours. It's not just mine.
I want to know where you got that.
Your sister? Not from her. Just like, I don't think it was hers. I think it was, you know, the unsavory organization.
Is it bad that I'd rather it come from the unsavory organization?
No. Given everything that has sort of transpired today. That makes sense.
Going to dump some of her she's going to flag down a wait person if there's someone nearby. And ask for some like warm mulled wine.
That is easy enough for you to get. Some warm mulled wine.
She'd like to dump a healthy dose of her tea into that.
Solid choices here, Finley. I approve.
Yep.
Okay, so it sounds like we're looking either magical travel or, I mean, Finley seems a little bit excited about the prospect of being in the open seas, though. Devereaux, do you think you'll be okay if we can't afford magical travel?
I guess.
It is late in the evening, so you are sort of surprised to get a visitor in the tavern. A courier. Familiar courier. One you've seen a few more times, who now recognizes you. He kind of swishes his dark black hair out of his face and sidles up to you, Devereaux.
Oh, I recognize you. Hi.
He reaches into his pocket or into his courier bag and hands you a letter. On the front, you see a very familiar, swirlish handwriting from your sister.
Thank you. I will tip the courier. How much money do I have? Oh, I have plenty. I will give this fine folk 8 silver pieces as thank you.
He accepts it graciously, and he will slip away.
Well, it's a family letter. I can read it later, and I'll just kind of like tuck it in my vest pocket. What? You're all staring.
Sorry.
Not
No, yeah.
important.
It's just mail.
No, it just reminds me I should write Vesper before we go. I told him we'd end up here and probably should let him know we're moving on. Is there
Okay.
anything left we need to do? Preparations, plans? Just hit the temple tomorrow and see what happens.
I mean, if we're traveling, depending on the method of travel, we should get some useful supplies for the road or the seas.
Waterproof clothing. Or outerwear. Ugh.
When you said hit the temple, it sounded like you were planning on robbing it.
No, I don't dislike the Raven Queen that much.
She's got a little bit of a blush at this point, just from dinner and the beverages. So we're just pricing out our options now. Is that the
Yes.
plan for tomorrow?
Guess so. And then afterwards, maybe we can shop based on whatever the trip is going to look like and head out.
I can see if there's some sort of vessel that'll take us out there.
Mhm. And before we head up, there was a dragon involved, and well, I can fund any gear we'll need for this trip.
Okay. I'm gonna head off. I'll pull out a coin from the bag. Just leave it on the table. I don't know if I paid before or paid after, but sure, we'll just take it from the thing. And head on up first, I guess.
Sure. Is there anything that anybody needs to do tonight?
Read my letter.
Leave a letter.
Write a letter.
Oh my god.
Letters. Stationary crew.
Who would like to go first?
Mine's pretty easy. I'm going to first thing I'm gonna do, go back to my when leaving the group, go into my room, pull out the scrap of paper that has the finished letter on it, and then try my best to just leave it somewhere where Finley will find it in her private quarters. Either slipping it under the door, or if I could just like leave it on the bed or desk or whatever.
Easy enough.
Cool.
I was about to say she would absolutely leave her door locked, but I forgot who we were dealing with.
Finley, would you like to read your letter first? Or Deborah, would you like to read your letter first?
I was gonna say I probably would leave the table next. I'm assuming,
Okay.
because I'm just kind of eating, not really drinking or anything. And I will read the letter when I go back up to my room.
Okay. As you open your letter, you recognize your sister's scrawling handwriting. It's very nice, neat, orderly, just like her. She writes to you, Dearest sibling, when you left, it was on the idea that you would map the lands and surrounding areas extending beyond our hometown of Featherton. Please reply with your latest version of this map. Signed, your sister.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all the letter says?
That's all the letter says.
That's all the letter says.
That's all the letter says.
Nothing about the thousands of gold that I sent home
Nothing.
at all?
Nope.
I fold the letter up, stick it in my journal. And I'm going to go back downstairs to have a drink or two at the bar.
Okay.
Ungrateful. I can't believe that. Mother must have put her up to. She knows better than that. I am stomping the whole way down to the bar. Like, hastily redonning my shirt and everything, and just so irritated.
Which brings us to Finley.
Finley would enter her room, drop her things off, and then sit down at the desk to write her letter. But seeing the one left for her, she would read that first because curiosity. And are you going to read it?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I can.
Please do.
Finley, you've been through a lot these past few weeks. And I know that's an understatement. There's a whole pile of shit you're having to deal with, and I know I'm right up in that pile. But I need you to know. I haven't had many friends in my lifetime. I don't know if I'm any good with them, but that's not an excuse. It'd be wrong to say I don't know what a friend should be, contrary to all the evidence from how I treated you, Kiri, and Dev. It was unfair to you all. I was taught that a true friend, is more than someone you can get along with. Beyond that, they are someone that is there for you despite unpleasantness between each other. One who can weather the storm in your soul. I don't know if I'm such a person for you, but I'd like to try. Because if there's any person that has shown they can dance with my demons, that person is you. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that. That is crossed out. Reading. I don't want to lose you. P.S. Your sister and I might have had a thing. It's long since passed, but it was something a little more than professional. I can understand if you don't want to know anymore, but I assume that it's best to let you know before you found out elsewhere.
Finley will read it a couple times. Set it down. Pull out a blank piece of paper. To write. To start the letter she was originally going to write. And she'll set that on the desk, root around in her bag until she finds something small, a ripped piece of paper or just something note card sized. And she will write 2 words on it, which she will slip under Echo's door before going back to her room and reading the book that Verona gave her earlier. Lost in Time, or whatever we decided the title was. Okay. And the note just says thank you.
Kiri, what are you doing?
So for a while, I'm just sitting at the table enjoying my wine, and I am about to get up before I stop and like, wait a minute, because I had intended to write a letter, but then I realized I know sending now. I don't need to deal with that peasant shit. So I'm going to sit back down and cast sending to Vesper.
Yes.
Hi, Vesper. Learned a new spell. Hope I'm not interrupting. Leaving Wolfcrest for Ilverness. Won't see Asrin. I'm sorry. See you soon. Love you.
You get a response pretty quickly. How soon are you leaving?
I've only got 2 level 3 spell slots, so I'll cast sending again. Should be leaving tomorrow, maybe the day after. We might take a boat. Not sure.
You don't get a response. Which seems a little strange, considering he's normally a little bit more verbose than that.
Yeah, that does seem a little strange.
And you said you're in your room?
I was downstairs.
Yes.
I just did all that sort of mentally. At some point, though, I will probably return to my room.
Okay.
Ren, how receptive to conversation does Devereaux look?
There is there's that sullen, petulant kind of air about them, but they're wearing a fairly intense scowl / frown, which you have never seen on their face. So I would say you don't know. You'd have to take your chances. I don't even know.
Yeah. We got time. I'm gonna let this one pass and head up to my room.
Okay. Okay.
Finley would, while she's reading the book, just be sitting with like the sword of cast on her, like across her knees on the bed. Not actively trying to engage any sort of new wrinkle, but also not ignoring her usual routines.
Definitely. Devereaux. You're downstairs. How many drinks do you think you'll have this evening?
Oh, okay. I was originally thinking maybe 2, but I think that probably is going to wind up turning into 4. And they're going to be strong drinks.
Can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Mm-hmm. Oh. 15?
Okay. You're not sick. But you think you might be having a hallucination because at about, I would say, 10 o'clock, two figures walk in the door of the tavern. They are very familiar figures to you, but it's been a while since you've seen them together. One of them is tall, lean, dark hair, dark eyes, elven descent. The other is a halfling. This is Gert and Vesper. They look weary, as though they have been traveling raggedly. And as they walk in the door, you see their eyes scan around the tavern, and Gert immediately lands on you. She rushes up with a beaming smile, and then her face kind of falls as she looks at you and sees that you are deep in your cup. Devra, are you okay?
Gertrude.
What?
I like look through her almost.
We wanted to surprise you.
What are you doing here?
We had the weekend off and we came to surprise you and Kiri and meet your new friends.
You had the weekend off and you traveled across the entire continent?
Well, we really missed you.
How the hell did you do it?
On horseback, mostly.
Uh,
Vesper got a sending from Kiri, and they said that you were leaving soon, and so we rode the whole. We were gonna rest tonight, but we rode the whole way here.
But how long have you been traveling?
Couple days.
Why the hell are we gonna take a boat if it just takes a couple days?
Well, we took a back road. We passed through Featherton actually, but we didn't stop.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. My sister's there.
Yeah. Vesper comes up and kind of claps you on the shoulder a little bit just to say hello. He's like, which way to Kiri?
Second door on the right.
Thank you.
Just make sure to knock.
Of course.
Question.
Answer.
Dev is pretty blasted. Is that accurate information?
Is it? I think it shouldn't be. Or maybe, I don't know. I think it would just be fun.
I thought Echo's second order to the right.
Echo, you hear a knock on your door.
I honestly don't know who's in which room.
Open. Hello? Through the door.
Oh. I'm looking for Kiri.
I open the door very sleepily.
Are...
Who's asking?
Oh.
One door down.
Oh. Sure. Sorry to bother you.
You're not... I'm not gonna... You go ahead. You go ahead. I'm gonna close the door, but keep an eye out.
Vesper heads one door down, and you watch as when you open the door, and he sort of had an idea of what he had just walked into. You saw him become crestfallen, and you have to watch him pick himself back up a little bit.
I opened the door.
You see Vesper give you a warm, weary smile.
I immediately hug him.
And if you will let him, he will take your face into his hands and give you the most impassioned kiss that you have received in a very long time.
Oh, absolutely 100% here for that shit. Vesper,
I rode all
Slam.
night.
Door slams.
I'm sorry, Gertrude and I, we wanted to surprise you all. I'm sorry, and there was a confusion with a guy down the hall. I thought, well, it doesn't matter what I thought.
Vesper, you have absolutely nothing to apologize for. I'm just glad to see you.
Me too. I'm sorry it's been so long.
Me too. But kind of signed up for this.
I know. Do you have a place I could stay for the night?
If you'd like to, you're more than welcome to stay here.
Good, because I rode all night and I'm a little tired.
No, that's very fair. Come on in. I'll bring her in, close the door behind him.
Okay. Meanwhile, Gert is downstairs with Devereaux still.
Just
She's got her hands, or she like reaches out for your hands.
I give her my hands.
Are you okay?
I'm disappointed.
Well, tell me.
Not to see you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't worried, but thank you. What's wrong?
Just a second. I prefer to talk about it upstairs.
Okay. I brought a cot. I can sleep on the floor, but can I stay in your room? We didn't plan on staying in an inn tonight, and
The bed's big enough for the two of us.
I mean
if that's okay.
we're pretty small, so.
Okay. I'll just kind of look over my shoulder, and take one hand from Gertrude, grab some gold out of the pouch, and just kind of slam it down on the bar top, and leave what's there. Oh, I want to bring it with me, but I'm gonna leave it, and lead Gertrude up to the room.
She will follow.
I'll open the door for her after you.
You are so sweet. And she'll enter and sort of look around, and it smells like you in here.
I'll close the door. We've been here for a couple days. Your timing couldn't have been any more. I pull the letter out of my pocket and I hand it to her. I got this from my sister today. And I'm very disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
I sent so much money home, and I haven't heard anything about it.
That seems rude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll be setting about like I'm like busying myself as we're talking about it, so like tucking things away for the evening and like starting to get changed because I have no decorum apparently when I'm drinking.
Oh,
I just expected better from her.
Well, Devereaux, I'm sorry. If I could make it better, I would. I'm happy to sit here and listen to you talk about your feelings.
That's really about it, I guess. I was
Yeah,
just.
that's a
This
lot.
is the first she's written to me. At all, really.
Well, what would you like a hug?
And I just kind of shuffle over and give take that hug and give it back.
She will wrap you up in her little halfling arms, and like just nuzzle her forehead into like the crook of your neck and your shoulder.
I've missed you.
I missed you too. Max.
Someone's dreaming. Did you do a lot of riding to get here? Are you
Kinda.
tired?
Kinda. We actually had our camp even set up whenever Curie messaged Vesper. So we took down our camp and we rode the rest of the way.
Gotcha. Well, there's plenty of room and in the bed, and I'm glad you're here. I could probably just sleep, honestly. And I'm just exhausted.
Do you want me to hold you? Okay. And she'll like pull up the covers and open them up for you. Come on.
Crawl in there. This is a lot harder than I expected it to be.
I know, honey.
I'm glad you're here, though.
Me too.
I'm sorry.
For what?
And I'm already asleep.
She will sort of tuck your hair out of your eyes and tuck you into bed, and not long after she will fall asleep. Anything else this evening? Morning comes as it always does. For some of you, sooner than others. I would say probably Finley and Echo are up first, by the sheer fact of you were not occupied very, very much last night. Echo and Finley, you find yourselves downstairs together. Kiri and Devereaux nowhere to be found.
Someone last night was looking for Kiri. There was decided to just watch in case anything went wrong. Something went incredibly right. Our friend Kiri might have gotten a little smooch.
I have many questions, and there's definitely a few answers I don't want. Thank you for looking out for them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see about a ship.
It's early. Could I come with you?
Yeah, of course.
Would you like to leave before your companions wake up or after?
Finley would like to be mindful of time because it makes the most sense for her to inquire at the temple, I think. But if you want, we could just leave a note with the bar person.
Yeah.
We could be out and back before they even wake up. We don't know.
Yeah.
Wait.
If
Come back down.
we'll just let them know, the bartender or the whoever's around. If our friends come down, just let them know that we've gone to go about our business. We'll be back shortly.
Very easy enough. I would say, Devereaux, please make me another con save as you wake up.
With gusto. Well, that's another 15.
You feel pretty rough, but not as rough as maybe you should.
All that day drinking I did with my dwarf friends.
Right? It really helped you out.
Before I roll over in bed, I'm just gonna kind of talk to myself when I wake up. Did I dream that Gertrude and Vesper showed up? And I'm just gonna
Nope.
look. Oh,
Hi.
oh, good morning.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?
Pretty good. How about you? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling as good as I'm going to. I just gotta figure out what to do about my letter, but that's a problem for later.
Why don't you tell Desiree how you feel? Say, hey, I sent you a lot of money. Be nice to me.
I can't do that. I'm sure Mom's just being a pain. And she just hasn't thought about it. Well, you're here. What would you like to do?
I know you want to leave today, so we could just eat breakfast together. If you wanted.
Just breakfast?
Well, you probably don't have much time for anything else.
I'll make time.
Well, then let's go get breakfast.
Good starters. Okay. We'll head down.
You and Gertrude head down. In a similar vein, Kira, you wake up almost in a state of disbelief as well.
Because I am most certainly the less tired of the two, I will basically stay where I am and wait for Vesper to wake up.
Oh wait, y'all are both elves. You trance. You don't sleep.
Yeah,
What
I don't
the
know
fuck?
how that works with respect to being tired, but
How did y'all trance?
I don't know, probably playing together in the same bed or something along those lines.
Okay. You come from your trance first to see the familiar face of Vesper. Dark hair pulled back into a ponytail. Hands at his side, resting gently. He is still shirtless from sleep. And if you start to move or rustle, he will slowly open his eyes and look at you.
Yeah, I'm probably just like taking in the moment, like absolutely running a hand over him, something like that.
It's been a while.
Too long, much too long.
Tell me about where you're going. What you're doing.
Remember that story I told you about that random backwoods necromancer that Dev and I ran into? The one who was wearing his uncle's clothes?
Yes.
Believe it or not, we're looking for him again.
Something the Dark Master?
Mm-hmm. What a title. What a title. The Fae aren't even that bad, and they're pretty bad. Anyway. You know, actually, there is something we should probably talk about. So, we need to keep this between us if at all possible, for a lot of reasons, but you've heard of the Mad Lich King, right? Is that a thing that people are generally aware of?
I've heard rumors, mostly from you all.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear, it's well, we met her. She's queen, her. It's believe it or not, it's Zandaria Massiere.
You're telling me the human queen who should have died hundreds of years ago
Yeah.
is the entity known as the Mad Lich King.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We met her. And well, she killed Echo. I don't know if you saw it.
The
Called
tiefling?
Tiefling, yeah.
Ah, yes.
First time we met her, she killed him, but he
Like,
also kind
instantly, or...
yeah, pretty much. It was
Oh.
just one and done. To be fair, he was charging her with a sword, but
Okay. Well, I guess that's fair.
she was very antagonistic, but she didn't fight or attack us. She permitted Finley to resurrect Echo right in front of her, so something I knew something was going on. I made a very poor decision.
What else is new?
Very few things. I sent a message to her, and we ended up speaking for a bit, and it turns out that she is under some sort of compulsion.
I'm sorry. I'm listening, I promise, but it sounds like what you're telling me is that this creature killed your friend and you had a Did you have tea with her?
It was wine, but
Of course.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Great.
I told you it was a poor decision.
And was she kind? Was she...
She was lonely.
I see.
She's been dead for a very long time, and her state of undeath is a compulsion or some sort of debt she owes to the Whispered One. And he's basically using her to accomplish some ends, kill one or more gods. It's honestly, to me, a little unclear. But
Well. Wow.
Yeah.
I have news from Fate's Chosen as well.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
What are they up to?
Heading to the Hells.
That's a decision.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm not quite sure, but I do know they plan to be back soon, but they've just left. I thought you might want to know.
No, it is good to know. I had something to ask Leona, but I suppose I'll give it a while before I try to send a message.
I mean, you can always try. Very well. I'm starving.
Honestly, me too. Wait. I'm sorry. You said we. Are you here with somebody else?
Yes. Gertrude came along.
I assume she stayed with Dev.
I would assume.
Oh.
They seem
Let's
to
do
be
it.
having a rough night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dev was... well, quite frankly, I have not ever seen them like that, so
Yeah.
hope they're having a better morning.
I imagine so. I just couldn't wait to see you again.
No. Well. I didn't know it, but I couldn't wait to see you either. But let's get food.
Sure. Two of you head down and you see Gertrude and Devereaux down at the table. Gertrude seems to be chatting quite happily.
Mm-hmm.
And she waves at you. Hi, Kiri.
Hey, Gertrude, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. Can I get a vibe check on Dev? How do they look?
Yeah. Great question.
In good spirits.
Okay.
Eating healthy.
In that case, if there is room, I will join them with Vesper.
Yeah. Kiri, I think the only difference you might notice about Vesper is that he is, before when he was much more reserved about physical affection towards you, he is no longer such.
Mm-hmm.
It appears as though absence really does make the heart grow fonder. Speaking of ships, Echo and Finley, what are y'all doing?
First of all,
You said you were gonna go book a ship.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
implying anything.
yeah, no, yeah. First of all, trying to find where the docks are. I imagine there's a harbor.
Funny enough, the docks are actually quite south of the city.
Okay.
Like, should we ride or like?
Like horses, maybe.
As opposed to.
We ride.
Sorry, I have an Asmodeus in my lap. Can you not, please? Thank you. South of the city, outside of the southern gates, it's like basically the north side of the city is so far up cliffs. The topography of Wolfcrest, it's like this, and then you gotta come down in order to get to water. There's an airship deck at the top, or airship port at the top, but there's watership port at the south, at the bay.
Airships up, watership down. Got it.
Yep.
We go south.
Okay. It's like a 10-minute hike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems fine.
So,
Have you ever been to sea before?
Yeah, I once or twice, not out to sea, but I've heard tales and stories of great voyages.
What's your favorite part? Do you get seasick? I hear some people get seasick. Doesn't sound like a good time.
I actually don't know. The sea shanties are actually my favorite part. I mean, it makes sense, right? There's not much to do other than work. Might as well make it interesting and fun.
Oh, I love that. There's something about not only harmony, but working in harmony and being able to focus, but also have something not mindless to think about, but something beautiful and I don't know. There's just something about it. It's a good answer.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know, but I have always wanted to try. See what it's like. Though, I mean, the seasickness, it can't be that bad. Devereaux had a very averse reaction to being out in the water. Can it really be that bad?
I don't know. I do worry about that. But I'd think the bigger the ship, the less the seasick, right? So maybe instead of something small like a sloop or something, we look for something big. Like there's got to be something, large ships that often go out to.
Are you talking luxury?
No, like a frigate or something, like something large, like multiple masts, something with a very wide deck.
I think that's like a galleon or something.
Galleon, yeah. Also, that was deck with an E, just to be clear on the accent.
Oh,
Yep.
I know.
That's fine.
Why would you bring that up in this conversation?
There was a woman passing by and she made a face and there was confusion, I think.
She meant deck.
Thank you, Echo. Thank you. So there's probably a route that's often traveled by multiple kinds of ships. Out of curiosity, Echo, do you know what port we're looking to sail into?
Yeah. The closest one, I saw it on Devereaux's map, but we're going to
Valzara.
Yeah.
Wait, where are y'all trying to act? Y'all are going to Ilverness, correct?
Yes.
Yes, Valzar.
Heck yes.
Yeah. Valzara.
So maybe there's a variety of ships. Maybe someone could tell us the best way to ward off seasickness.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the singing.
Maybe it's the singing. Maybe there's some sort of magic someone can do to like just take that shit away, like
If there is, I'm sure I don't know it.
like people heal sickness. Sea sickness. You can probably get rid of that.
Sure.
I don't mean you. I mean I just
No,
someone.
the general you, but in the general
the royal
specific
you.
way.
Yeah.
Yes. Would be handy to learn. Not that I've ever been on the sea before and might never be again, so maybe not so handy. Anyway, I'm really excited about the ships.
I can tell you haven't been this excited in a long time. I'm sorry.
True.
I'm sorry if that's
No, you're
okay.
You're right. I've just always loved boats. Mostly on the river, but I always just sort of thought of the sea as something better than the river. It might not be. It might be awful. A lot of things are. But, I don't know. I always loved the idea of it. Plus, it's always so romantic in books, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever read The Captain's Cabin?
No. I'd read the Zephyr Sea. That was mine.
That's I haven't read that one. Is it good? I'll pick it up.
Yeah. They have the really cool thing is that the author put a little appendix in the back with the lyrics to all the shanties.
Oh, I love that.
I've never
My eye.
heard them sung before, but you know, I know at least if it comes up, I might know the words.
We'll put it to the test.
This is. Never mind.
You're all right. Is it the cobblestones? They're a bit uneven here.
Oh no! I'm just saying. This is nice.
It is, rather, isn't it? Huh.
So, so you're.
I am.
You read what I left for you.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, and the little note, my door last night. That was you.
Yes, Echo, I'm sorry. Look, I told you I'm not very good at this. Any of this.
And that's okay. That's okay. I just thought that you might be mad at the last part.
Honestly, after everything these past few weeks, month, I don't know, time has a funny way of passing. I don't really have the energy to be mad anymore. And certainly not something about... I mean, she's kind of awful. But that's your business, that's not mine. It's nothing for me to be mad about. And maybe she has a reason to be awful. I don't know.
Well, whatever it is. We can parse that out another time. For now, let's just keep. I think those are the ducks.
I think you're right.
And that is where we will take our brief break. We will be right back. Bye, everybody. Actually, not bye, but be right back. Okay, later.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you let me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you let me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless. I
welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high-quality Dungeons & Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our Undying Love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please! The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devin Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you abandon
welcome back to the second half of Depths Keepers, session 39. We have a full bar of corruption, and we are about to resolve it.
Right now?
Pretty much.
Oh no. I'm not afraid.
Kiri,
Oh dear.
it is breakfast. And you sit. Actually, let's have. I lied. We'll finish up with Finley and Echo, and then we'll come back because I want everybody to be present for this.
Okay.
We're fine. We don't have to be there. That's
Finley and Echo, you are able to find a myriad of ships, of which you are able to book passage to. None that leave until the next 48 hours, though.
Okay, yeah. That gives us plenty of time to gather supplies and all that stuff.
All right. You learn it'll be 50 gold per person.
50 gold per person.
Or you can save money by bunking together.
like 2 and 2, or like 4 and
2 and 2.
Hearing that, Echo's gonna his pale gray face is gonna turn just a little warmer in tone, a little darker, a little warmer. I mean, how much is the savings?
25 gold. Essentially, it's 50 gold per room, and a room fits 2.
Sure, yeah. That math is sound.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here. Here's 100 gold now. Hold those two rooms. We might come back later and procure another 2.
If there's still room.
At least this way, you know, we've got passage.
No, we've secured passage.
Mark
We
50.
can always figure it out later.
Mark 50 gold.
Okay, yeah. I will 50 gold. All right, 50 gold down.
You two head back to the cliffside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine it's a little flustered, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should get some food. I don't remember having breakfast. Now that I think about it, I was really excited about the ships. Oh, the ships. Oh, the ship.
Well, yeah, let's pick something up along the way until we can get a proper meal in us. If there's like, I don't know, roasted fish, I guess at the
At the docks,
favorite
there
breakfast food.
actually are like fish sandwiches that you can buy that people like will catch and then grill and then sell with some lemon
Yes.
juice on top. Oh, they have that in their
catch
symbol.
They catch sandwiches.
They do catch sandwiches.
I'll we'll pick up a pair.
Okay. It's a pretty easy walk back to the cliffside.
I mean, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. We're reserving what we can get, and if we can get more.
No, you're absolutely right. This way, if something happens, also we're not out a ton of money. But if nothing gets in our way, we've got the rooms. You're absolutely right. Yep.
Yep.
Echo, as you walk down the road, you're looking to hate me. A street peddler offers you a rose for your lady companion.
Oh.
It's like a kid.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. No. Here, take a silver. But word of caution. Assumptions can be.
I didn't make any assumptions. That was you. And as soon as you give him the silver, he ducks off.
Oh, you fucking little brat. Did I at least get the rose?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a white rose.
Okay.
I mean,
This is a kid.
it's a kid. What you gonna do?
Do you want it? Do you? If not, that's okay. I can accessorize. I can accessorize. That's fine.
Very dashing. I mean, they did say it was probably for me, right? I mean,
Here you go.
she is very careful to not brush his hand when she takes it.
Fucking kid.
Fucking kid. But in trying to avoid any thorns, she will probably do it anyway. And thank you, Echo.
As the two of you approach the cliffside, you enter to see your two companions having breakfast. And what a sight it is, because Gertrude, a young halfling whom you have... I don't know if y'all have met Gertrude. She has sort of wild, brownish, reddish hair, big eyes, and she hangs on every word Devereaux says. She leans towards him. She's very enthusiastic about whatever they're doing. And Vesper, who is a quite tall, lean, very distinctly, very elven man with sort of armor and his sword at his side, sitting very close to Kiri, and you see perhaps under the table her hands are entwined. And that is what you enter to see.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi. I'm Gertrude.
Hello. My name is Echo.
Hi, Echo. I've heard a lot about you. And you must be Fenley.
She's gonna take a step back, not like behind Echo, but like, you know.
I'm sorry.
I am. Hi. Hello. Hey.
Do you want to join us for breakfast?
Yes.
Deborah was just telling us a funny story.
I was?
Weren't you?
Oh, I didn't
What?
think it was very... Well, I mean... Kiri, was it funny?
I was
I
amused.
mean, I think the funny part is that you didn't think it was funny. The fact that you
Okay.
just said all of that with a straight face.
And hi, I'm Vesper.
That's right. Sorry about last night. It just caught me off guard.
Likewise.
I probably should have put on a shirt.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Vesper.
That's a beautiful rose.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh,
look, OJ.
Is that tea?
Where have you two been?
Oh,
I
Yeah.
think, we were finding, a ship like the plan was not late night speed dating. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, I should explain. Vesper, I'm Vesper. Gertrude and I are old friends of Kiri and Devereaux, and we had some time. So we came up from Asmarin. Gertrude and I are initially at Grassgrave residents, but after the attack, we have settled in Asmarin, and so we made the trip up to surprise them. And here we are.
That's really nice.
Sorry, you came up from Asmarin as a surprise.
Yeah.
People surprise people, Finley.
They do, but we were almost gone.
We almost
Haven't-
missed you.
To be fair, we haven't been keeping in touch very well. I don't think they knew that we were on our way out.
That's quite a lucky gamble.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we have passage out. We found a really fairly decently sized vessel, and have secured passage.
The ship has a wonderful name. Echo, why don't you tell them?
Yes, it's the Wind Splash. The third.
Wind Splash the Third.
I hate you.
Why
I
is
hate
it the
you.
third?
What happened
happened to the
what
first
happened to the
two?
first? Exactly.
There are two more. They needed a third one.
Why do they need three?
Because it's a very popular vessel, I'm assuming. It was very,
It could be the Windsplash dynasty of shipping magnates. It's just their third ship. Who knows? Didn't really ask all that many questions.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe you should. You're
Listen.
got boat, and you just get the third boat, and you just signed up to get on the third boat.
It was that, or, one called the Deep.
The deep what?
I don't know. It was
true.
tiny.
It's true. The lettering was almost bigger than the boat itself. And it was
That's
not big
not
lettering.
possible.
Well, anyway,
Speaking of asking questions, not enough questions. How
It's a-
long are you two in town for?
Oh, well, we kind of just wanted to hang out, and since y'all are leaving today, I think, I
That's-
guess we'll just have breakfast.
Yeah,
That's the-
pretty soon.
that's the thing. We're not leaving today. It leaves in 48 hours.
Oh, that's a whole day, 2 days.
Yeah.
So it is.
So you got some time. But yeah, it was the only one that had room for all of us.
I need to message you, Finley.
Oh no.
Finley's DMs are open.
Oh, you got enough rooms for 3 people? 4 people? 3 people? 3 people?
So we wanted to talk about that a little bit. We have 2 rooms, each that fit 2 people. We wanted to secure just in case the other 2, we wanted to be a little bit more prudent and save money. But yeah, we can go back and get the other 2 rooms if we wanted. It's just 50 gold per room.
I can cover that. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I I'm sure they'd prefer overland travel when they head home, right?
Oh, us?
Yeah,
Oh, we're heading back on horse.
yeah.
Back to Azmoran.
So,
And that'd be fine. How far away is it generally, recreationally, on horseback from?
If you took the main roads, it could take anywhere up to 5 days. If you took a shortcut, which is very dangerous, 2 days. Vesper kind of raises a brow at you, Finley. You notice, as you have looked around the table, you notice that your words have earned you a quizzical look from Vesper.
She's gonna do the thing.
Do the thing. What are the components? Is it verbal, somatic, and material?
Bold of you to assume she gives a shit.
I know, I just need to know.
Well, it's not in my inventory, is what I can tell you. I mean, the information, not. It is verbal and somatic.
As you begin to cast this spell, let's get a music change.
Oh no. Oh my god. Why would change twice?
The range of emotions.
I'm sorry, can I help you?
No, all you have to do is sit there. Thank you.
As you cast Detect Good and Evil, you do not sense any aberrations, undead, fiends, or fae.
Cool. She'll have some more tea. Regular tea.
Where are you from, Finley?
Here, most recently.
You know, I've found that people who are suspicious of others oftentimes are the ones to be suspicious of.
You have every right to think that.
How long have you known Kiri and Devereaux again?
Oh, they haven't told you?
I'm pretty sure I did mention that.
I know you did. At least one of you did.
Yeah. Right, I was just making sure it's not as long as I have.
I don't know what it matters.
What is happening?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Can I get a vibe check? What's going on between the two of them?
Roll insight.
Does it count if I help?
No.
Okay.
You can
Oh,
roll
that's
individually,
good.
though.
I won't.
18 plus 2, so 20 total.
Essentially, what you have gathered is Finley displayed some suspicion that threw Vesper off.
Mm-hmm.
And now Vesper is suspicious of Finley.
Mm-hmm.
However, what is your passive perception, Kiri?
Oh, not super great. I believe it's 14.
Okay, that's fine. The hairs in the back of your neck stand up.
I start looking around.
You don't see anything.
Regardless, Finley, I appreciate your concern, but I don't think you need to cast spells to analyze my significant other.
Harry, I understand. But I think you know why I do. And it's meant as no offense. She'll cast a look at Vesper. I'm happy I'm happy for both of you, and welcome Vesper and Gert to.
It's Gertrude,
This-
actually.
I apologize, Gertrude. Welcome to this fine dining establishment, the Cliffside. I'm just surprised that you'd be less understanding. This is more directed at Vesper, not Kiri. With the trials and tribulations that these two have already seen, that there wouldn't be a bit of caution. No city is safe. Not every friend is a friend. I'm glad you caught them.
He says nothing. Vesper takes a drink of his breakfast ale. So you're setting sail when?
48 hours, sounds like.
Yeah, day after tomorrow.
Wow, that's a lot of time.
It's a Wednesday.
You know, Devereaux, I haven't actually been to Wolfgrass before. This is my first time. And I've heard that the actual cliffside is really pretty.
Well, we've got plenty of time. We should go.
We should go.
Yeah. There's plenty of stuff to do in the city, so we can keep busy until the ship departs.
Oh, keep busy. Oh, also, I forgot about the most exciting part. I brought you things.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean you brought?
She reaches into the bag at her side, which is essentially a bag of holding.
Does Finley get any sort of sense of, from either of them, that they're anything less than genuine?
Who wants mimosas?
Oh, I do.
Okay, let's get a... Finley, can you help me get a round of mimosas?
Devereaux, out of her bag, she, oh gosh, the music is still weird. Hold on, sorry. Okay. She pulls out a necklace. It's on a chain. It has 3 rubies embedded in it with a pair of hands holding them. So, Devereaux, I was making this for you, but then I remembered you have that necklace already, so then I thought Kiri could use it. And she hands over this periaptive wound closure.
Ooh. I'll accept it. Thank you, Gertrude.
Of course. Well, Devereaux, so I didn't know what else to make you, and then I remembered, what you told me about your dad, and, so I made you this. And she hands you a quill. It is made of a beautiful white feather, and it glows. This is a special quill that if you write a letter, and you write their name on the letter, you can essentially just send it to them without a courier.
What?
Yeah, it's something special I've been working on.
That's amazing, Gertrude.
And you could also write to me if you want it.
Obviously, more than anyone else. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Besides, thank you.
Thank you's good enough for me.
I'll tuck it away.
Curie, you are the only person who sees what I'm about to describe next.
Okay.
Through the open door walks, or not the open, the swinging door of the front of the tavern walks a familiar figure. You've seen her before. Far away. And at first you don't believe it, but however, you see clearly the face of the hag with whom you have a deal. She is in her youthful form, beautiful, stunning with facial markings and walking tall. And her eyes lock onto yours as she walks past your table and up the stairs towards your room. She pauses at the stairs and gives you one last look over her shoulder before continuing up.
Can I get a quick look at Devereaux and Vesper, who have both seen this person before?
Neither one of them can see her.
Excuse me. I'll just be a minute.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. He'll give your hand a squeeze before you head up.
I'll tell you when I come back down. I'll head up.
Your door is ajar.
Mm-hmm. Head right in. Hello.
Were you starting to wonder when I would come and collect?
I do have to say it took a little longer than I expected, but one way or another, it was going to happen.
Prince of the Fae, I have a very special favor that will repay your debt to me.
And what would that be?
Your companion. That is the price that I name. One life for another. That was our deal.
Well, there are 4 of them downstairs. I don't know who you're referring to.
The one whose heart is yours. The one you brought to me. He already demonstrated what he is willing to give for you. Now all I need is his life essence.
And if I say no?
You have every right.
What happens then?
I take something else.
Have anything in mind?
Yes.
Care to share?
No. She pulls out of her side pocket a dagger with a curved, jagged blade and sets it on the bed. You have until midnight. She walks out of the door.
I will pocket the dagger and stay up in my room for just a little bit longer.
Those of you downstairs will see Vesper. When Kiri does not come back down, pretty quickly Vesper starts to become worried, and he will go upstairs and knock. Kiri? Love, are you okay?
I won't let him in. Show him the dagger. Do you remember the hag we met in the Feywild?
No.
You don't remember her at all?
I mean, I remember the Feywild. I don't remember a hag.
Oh dear. When we were in the Feywild, we visited a hag, and on one hand, she gave me the ability to wake up the queen from her imprisonment, whatever that was. On the other hand, for that, now I'm in her debt.
Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong, Kiri? I just came up to make sure you were okay.
She wants me to kill you.
Vesper doesn't seem to be able to hear you. Kiri, he does see your face, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Am I able to put together that he can't comprehend that?
Hag's tea is very powerful. Do you want to stay up here a while? We don't have to go back down. I don't think Finley likes me very much.
Would you stay?
For how long?
I don't know. She wants too much.
Yeah, humans can be like that sometimes.
Does he not understand I was referring to the hag? God fucking damn it.
Come here. It's okay. I'm here.
Yeah, I will just bury myself in him.
Yeah. While this is happening, downstairs.
I was muted. Finley? What was that?
You know, I used to have pretty good manners. But after a while, you sort of get used to not being able to trust. You know, every city, it's really good for the rat population, I think, to have all these cats around, but it's so damn distracting. I don't understand what's the problem in trust but verify, you know? Is it really so bad to be sure that people are who they say they are?
Gert is just sitting there really awkwardly eating her food.
Oh my god, I thought we were at the bar. Are
Yeah,
we not at the
Are y'all two separate away
Yeah,
from
we
that?
went, we
Yeah.
went to
I
go
did
get
not
mimosas.
hear that. I'm so
That was
sorry.
before. That was at the end. That was right before the end. Oh god.
Okay. Oh, he's awkward.
I mean, Gert could do that too, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it just seemed a bit odd, and
Yeah, cautious. I understand. That was a little more than cautious. That felt straight up antagonistic. Is there something else?
yeah, Echo. It's not that I don't have friends, because I enjoy being alone. It's when you can't trust the people that you trust the most to be who they are, say they are. It's just easier to not trust at all. And it's when you have the people that you care about the most show up unexpectedly. It should be something exciting and something done from the heart and something to enjoy. And I don't understand it. I wish I did. But all I see is the knife in the dark. I'll apologize. That's the thing to do, right? I was wrong, right? That's...
I mean, in my line of work, no, that would not have been the right. I mean, that was fair to have those instincts, but this is Kiri we're talking about.
I know.
I mean, yeah, I think an apology would go a long way, but I understand those instincts. There's a less blunt way of going about it, though.
You might be right. It's hard enough to trust other people, never mind trusting them to trust others. I think.
Casting spells at brunch too. That's just, it can open up a whole thing.
Okay, yes, that's true, but it isn't like I don't do it all the time. It's... Actually, you probably don't know that. Well.
That's okay.
That's sort of what I do in places.
Okay.
Do you think Gertrude wants some fruit?
I think-
fruit.
I think anything I've known Gertrude all of 30 seconds. I think if we bring anything to Gertrude, Gertrude would be over the moon.
Okay. Mimosas, probably a good start. That was a good idea. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to do this. It feels like saying I'm wrong, and I don't like being wrong.
But
No, I'm going to. Don't worry, I'm going to.
but you were also right.
I was right, wasn't I? Okay.
It's just
thank
the
you.
way you went about it was a little
Yes.
tactless. And we'll deal with that later.
Yes. We would like to bring the table some assorted fruits and champagne flavored beverages.
Is it like I can't believe it's not champagne? Like, what do we got going on?
It's only champagne if it's from the Champagne region of Sid Maria. She's going to wait one extra beat more than is appropriate, waiting to see if Echo says something first. Oh, okay. Hi there, Gertrude. I am sorry. I've had a bit of a long day and I have lost my manners somewhere between here and the docks. Would you like a mimosa?
A mimosa? Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, bless. Devereaux? Mimosa?
You've had a long day, and it's... what time?
We've already been to the docks and back.
How far was that?
When did you wake up?
I squint at you, suspiciously. I would not care for a mimosa, thank you.
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
Absolutely certain someone will drink it.
think the last 24 hours, Dev.
Mm-hmm.
Like a metaphorical day. Yes, thank you, Echo. Perfect.
Where's that accent from?
Isn't that a good question? Are you familiar with, North Tree?
No.
Perfect. Well, I'm pretty sure that region. Yep.
Oh! Where's North Tree?
Finley's going to
Yes, Finley, where's North Tree?
take a really big drink, and then like set her glass down like on the edge of the table, and oh no, it fell! Oh my gosh! Oh, it's just been such a morning.
This is the true corruption. Breakfast is ruined.
Clumsy me.
Oh no! And she will cast prestidigitation and clean it all up for you.
You're so helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome!
Isn't Gertrude the best? I swear I've told you all about her already.
You
Did you
absolutely
forget?
have. Not at all. No, you've said such wonderful stories.
Oh, what did they tell you? Did they tell you how we met?
They did. They also told me what absolute rock you were when Kiri went missing.
You said that?
That sounds like something I'd say.
Oh. She will give you a kiss on the cheek if you'll allow her.
Of course.
Where'd the other two go? They're not back yet.
Not back yet. Kiri looked a little troubled. But what else is new?
That's fair.
Something happened.
I didn't see anything.
Oh, I know. And I'll speak into the ring. Kiri, are you okay?
Kiri, what are you doing?
I'm not going to respond through the ring. Is there another way I could leave that is not through the dining area? Where?
In theory,
All right.
you are up on the second floor. There is a hallway that leads back to the tavern, and there's a hallway that ends at a window. You can go out that window.
Okay, sure. So what I would like to do is I would like to take my leave from Vesper, if just for a few minutes. Walk to that window, face step down to the street floor. Where am I in terms? It's like an alley or like?
It's behind the inn, yeah.
Okay, is this like a relatively enclosed space?
Relatively.
Or relatively like not easy to see from like the main streets?
Yes, and it is dark out, so you are even harder to see now. Wait, no, this is morning. It's daytime,
Yeah.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I
Okay.
know what's happening.
So, I have an idea.
Oh,
This
God.
is not necessarily based in the mechanics of D&D. However,
Here we go.
based on my narrative sensibilities, I think that this might be a thing that could happen. I would like to fry every single spell slot and every piece of magic that I have access to in order to try to have some sort of extended conversation with Mab.
How many spell slots do you have?
I have 3 level 2 slots, 2 level 3 slots, and 4 level 1 slots. I also have 1 or 2 channel divinities and 30 points of lay on hands. And 4
Mark-
bardic inspirations.
Mark all of them off.
Alright. Alright, lay on hands, I'm just going to say that I can't use it because that would require me 30 clicks, and that's just a bitch. But normally when I try to speak to Mab, it is all very ceremonial. It has a lot to do with songs and speaking in Sylvan. This is not like that. This is just raw need.
As you expel this and expend this magical energy, every ounce of everything that you have in your physical form leaves you. You close your eyes and you feel a light pressure against your lips, and all of a sudden, you are no longer standing in that alleyway. You are where you were that one fateful day when you awoke Mab. And as you pull away and your eyes open, she is looking up at you from her pedestal of ice she had been lain upon, her wings draped behind her long silver dress underneath her, on her.
Mm-hmm.
And as she threads her hands through the back of your hair and looks at you with concerned eyes, she speaks and the words chill your lips. What is it?
If you will permit me, I have something of a favor to ask.
You may certainly ask.
I don't even know if this is the thing that can be done, but I am indebted to a hag who lives, I assume, not too terribly far from here. And she wants too much. And I need to know what she would do if I don't pay.
Show me. She will place her hand just across, an icy fingertip across your temple. And all you have to do is think of the memories.
Yeah, I will pretty much think through it sequentially from meeting the hag in the Feywild to seeing her come in and no one else recognizing her up through our conversation.
My beloved Kiri. Given your loyalty, if there were more I could do for you, I would. You know as well as I that wars have been fought over matters such as this. I do not recommend you take an innocent life. Rather, I implore you to understand that there are things worse than death. What she wants, it seems, is a broken heart. She will get it, one way or another.
I understand.
You have expended a great deal of magic to see me. For this I am grateful. Honored by your adoration and affection. You have my blessing for whatever you choose. She will gently touch the center of your chest, and you will feel a cold settle there. You have an inspiration. Kiri Amaranth, I wish I could help you.
Whatever happens, I think you've helped me already. And if she will permit, I will just walk up and just hug her very tightly. And probably not let go until I'm sent back.
Her grip is, her embrace is, it is quite cold, and many people would find that uncomfortable, disquieting even. But there's something brewing within you, some sort of anger, sadness, confusion, frustration that's quelling up like a fire. And as you put your arms around her and she you, it is like a balm on your soul. And eventually it does fade, and you find yourself standing in that very same alley. Frost across the front of your armor and clothes slowly begins to melt.
I would also say that at this point it is very likely I have shifted back into my winter form.
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's any easy way to get back up to my room without going to the
You can make it the athletics check.
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna do that. I don't want to see anybody right now. I've got +8 to athletics. Alright, that's not bad. 12 + 8, 20.
Yeah. You climb up lithely, gracefully, climb up the side of the building back through the open window. Gently close it behind you.
I will go back to my room and spend most of the day with Vesper, but also let him know that I would like to take a walk to the cliffside at night.
Yeah. Do you talk to your party?
No.
Okay.
If anyone comes to the door, knocks, I've got that shit locked, I'm not responding.
Okay.
Taking my ring off.
Maybe they're just, having some relationship maintenance, you know? They've been apart for a while.
Yeah.
We could take the walk that we talked about.
Yeah. Definitely. If you're ready to go, we can go now.
Okay.
You too, if you need anything. Give me a holler, and I'll see what I can do.
Fun, you too.
Finley and Echo, what do you do to pass the day?
I want to start gathering supplies, knowing what the journey is going to be like. Maybe some reading material.
Oh?
It's a ship. What else is there to do on a ship if you're not the one sailing?
Any particular kind of reading material?
You know what kind of material.
Love y'all. Okay, Finley?
She is going to go upstairs to her room, kind of take a bit of an inventory of everything she's got, do her usual routine of pulling everything out, making sure it's cleaned and maintained, spread all of her jewelry out on the counter, maybe start making a small list of things to keep an eye out for, like some more diamonds, that sort of thing. And then, how does her wrist feel?
It's slowly healing.
Okay. In which case, she's going to sit on the bed and unsheath the sword and just stare at it for a minute.
You say anything?
Not for a while. And then eventually she will say, just probably with her hand resting on the grip, I don't know where we go from here. But I feel like we should probably have a bit of a talk at some point. Or not. I can just keep carrying you around.
Have you given up your duty?
No.
Have you given up your faith?
This one takes her a bit longer to answer. No. Might be different.
Do you know what your true mission is?
No.
Are you certain? Why were you given this sword?
I was given it to find the rightful bearer.
And who do you think that is?
There's a reason you're talking to me, isn't there? You know what? This was a mistake.
Maybe it was. But that is in your hands now.
That being the mistake or that being you, because...
Both.
Are you the mistake then? What are you?
Roll persuasion.
Ooh. 24 with a natural 20.
Oh shit. What am I now? What was I before I was a sword?
Both, either.
Before I was a sword, I wielded one. For the Raven Queen. Her most trusted champion. Some would say her most beloved. When she needed to forge this weapon, she asked one person and one person only. And though I had a choice, I did not feel as though I did. Because she would not have asked me, were I not capable? And I brought down the most fearsome of them all once. And that was in the hands of a madman. When I have found my true home, that is where I will fill my that is where I will fill my final purpose and destroy him for all of time.
Well, it's a good thing somebody knows. Why did they want you locked away? It seems that you would do better good out working towards your purpose, not scoured it up and collecting dust.
Like I am now.
I was told to leave you as you were. That's not how I believe things should be done.
Then maybe you should do it differently.
And if
Go ahead.
I would never interrupt a sword.
Remember that at the end of the day, I am a burden. I am a curse.
I seem to be collecting those. You just happen to be the first. So, if I were to wield you until we find you a better... What would you call that? Bearer. What do I expect?
find out.
Well, why not?
We will shift to the end of the evening with Kiri and Vesper the waves crash beneath your feet. Vesper's not a fool, even though there seems to be some sort of enchantment on him that doesn't allow you to speak of what you must do. He is aware that something is terribly wrong. The cliffside is dark. It is a new moon, so it is pitch black, though not a problem for either of you elves. It is a low tide. Kiri. I don't know what to say to you to make you feel better, but I hope you know it doesn't matter how far you go. I love you.
I love you too.
The clock tower. You can see standing over the horizon. Shifts both hands at the 12.
Vesper, I just want you to know. I adore you. I love you so much.
I love you too.
I will hold you in my heart forever. And I would like to draw the dagger from my side and plunge it into his heart.
What? The bell strikes midnight. And Vesper looks down at their chest and up at you, confused, shocked, betrayed.
I'm so sorry.
And he falls to his knees, grasping at your shirt, struggling for breath.
I will hold him as he passes.
The light slowly fades from his eyes. And after some time, there is a presence far behind you. You look over your shoulder. I'm assuming you look over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Kiri. It's Zendaria. What is this? Zendaria Masir, the Mad Lich King, approaches slowly, her green dress swaying in the breeze. She approaches and kneels down.
The hag came to collect her due. I asked someone very powerful what would happen if I didn't pay. She spoke of fates worse than death, and of wars fought over. False promises and broken deals.
This was your lover.
Yes.
I can bring him back. Maybe not as he once was.
What would be missing?
Well, have you heard of a revenant?
Heard of it, don't quite know what that entails.
I am working on the ability to create a revenant without a purpose. I cannot truly bring back life, not as I am. He would not be a lich like I am.
Can you speak to him?
Yes.
Would you allow us all to speak?
Yes.
Would you?
You will only have 5 questions.
I only have one question.
She takes a hand and pulls the staff from her back, and you watch as she utters a command word, and the hand that wraps around the eye begins to loosen and shift, and the eye begins to awaken and look around. It fixes its gaze on Vesper, who takes a ragged breath in.
I'd squeeze his hand a little bit. Turns out I have 2 questions. Vesper, we met in the we met a hag in the Feywild. We made a deal with her. She came to collect. And you were the price. Do you understand?
Yes.
I have 3 questions then. Can you forgive me?
Yes. Zendaria places her hands on your shoulders, Kiri. Her eyes looking at you unblinking. I can take him into my care.
Vesper, is that something you would want?
I don't know.
Would you like to come back? You won't be like you were. But this shouldn't have been the way you go.
I think so.
Looking at Zandaria. Please.
Kiri, I need you to step back just a foot or so.
I do.
She begins to cast a ritual spell. You watch the ground light up with green energy, and you see where the energy flares up, the grass dies. Drawing it on the ground in the dirt with her dark staff. With a final utterance, her staff comes smashing down onto the ground butt first, and the whole area becomes alight with white and green energy, almost knocking you back. And Vesper slowly rises, his pale skin even paler. The tips of his hair are white. He looks around in the pale, the moonless evening, staring at his hands, at the ground, at his own form, at the dagger still in his chest. She finally takes a hand with an unreadable expression and pulls it out. And as he does so, it fades to ash in his hands. He looks at the Mad Lich Queen. A myriad of emotions running through those eyes. He looks at you for a moment. Stoic expression. and then back at the Mad Lich Queen. What do you command of me? Zendaria, even though she doesn't breathe, you see her chest rise, fall with a heavy sigh. Purely muscle memory at this point. You will follow me. I will take you from here. Vesper gives a nod. Understanding. Content. Did you give Vesper a ring?
I think we might have. Yeah.
The Mad Lich Queen, Zendari Massier, approaches Vesper and pulls the ring from his finger and reaches out to you.
I'd reach out back. Take it.
Do you know the name of this hag?
I do not.
If you do, let me know.
I will.
Good evening, Kiri. I will see you again soon.
I will sort of gesture towards Vesper. May we say goodbye?
Yes.
I guess I'll also ask, is that something Vesper is interested in? How does he look like he is feeling towards
He
me
looks...
right now?
He does not seem hostile towards you at all.
Mm-hmm.
He looks confused, as though he doesn't quite understand what's happening. You would understand that there are some... conflicting feelings, maybe. He's essentially under her control.
Mm-hmm.
In a way. Or he is bound to her as his new maker. You may say goodbye.
I will approach him, but allow him to initiate any sort of physical contact. I won't.
He looks at you, confused. He doesn't initiate a physical contact for goodbye.
Goodbye, Vesper.
Goodbye.
I turn and walk away.
And that is where we will end today's session. I would just like to say that I love everybody here very much, and that this idea was talked about before it was implemented. Please use your safety tools in your own games. Thank you, Alex, for using yours. Let's go ahead. After this, we are going to have a nice decompression where we're going to talk about our feelings. It's very important. Let's go ahead and sign off.
I'll go first again. Once again, not afraid. Hi, my name is Kappa. You might also know me as Christian. You can find me on Twitter at @TheKappaChris, where I, just generally nerd out about stuff, sea shanties, I guess. Hag contracts. I'm into a number of things, starting with this one in right now. Every week, Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific, I play Echo, the wonderful ranger rogue tiefling. Wednesdays, I am on Kevin Kudo's channel where we play D&D 5e skinned for Star Wars in a story that takes place during the Clone Wars. There I play Soren. Saturdays, starting on February 6th, we return to Numenera Remnant Season 2, GM'd by our wonderful and super talented Alex. In that, I play Verve. And on Roads Uncharted Season 2, material is coming out. I am on that. I'm really excited for those episodes to start releasing. I play Ro. Other than that, I've got a bunch of other projects in the works. Please go ahead and give a follow to @TheKappaChris on Twitter. And yeah, someone said in chat earlier, huge applause for Alex. That was wonderful. That was Camille and everyone else. But yeah,
Oof.
that's me.
Thank you, Kappa.
Oh, favorite moment. I'm gonna go left field on this one. Gertrude and Devereaux's interaction, just her taking care of them as the inebriation sets in. That was really nice and heartfelt and cute.
You're really nice and heartfelt and cute.
Oh, we're gonna start slinging compliments around. Hi, I'm Ren. Tonight I played Devereaux Thistlebrook, the halfling fighter, sorcerer, whatever. And you can find me on Twitter. Wow, words. @ThornyDryad, like a prickly bush. You can also find me at my Twitch channel with the same name, where I stream Vigigames on Wednesdays and Saturday evenings at 6:30 Eastern. I do different stuff, RPGs, horror games, whatever I feel like doing. I am also in the podcast Roads Uncharted, where I voice character 8, a Warforged caretaker with a mysterious past and nothing left to lose. And we are starting to put out Season 2 content. So now's the perfect time to catch up on Season 1. If you have not, you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcast. Beyond that, I am also in a D&D 5e game that is alternating Saturdays over on Eva's channel. I'm sure Eva will mention it as well. And I have other things that I might be working on, might not be. I don't know. Whatever. My favorite part about today was, it was my least favorite part, but it was my favorite part was Finley deciding to come in here and ruin breakfast. Just absolutely the worst. Thank you.
I think you've been called out.
Yeah, I'll go. Hi, I'm Eva, who actually quite enjoys breakfast very much. Thank you. You can find me. Yeah, no, she absolutely did not, so that's a good time. You can find me on Twitter at @TheEvaSarate and on Twitch at EvaSarate. God, today's been a day. You can find me next Sunday pre-DK, finishing up the second half of 10 Candles, which I am in with Ren. And on January 30th at 11 Central, there is a Mothership horror sci-fi TTRPG that I will be running. And probably a few other things, but my brain is done for the day. Yes. My favorite moment was there were a few, but the burning all the spell slots and just the final. Someone in chat said Hail Mary, and that's what it was, to get to Mab. I loved that.
Hi everybody, I'm Alex, and contrary to all evidence in front of you, I did actually have a great time today. You can find me on Twitter at AxolotlCure. I play this every Sunday. For some reason, I still play this every Sunday. No, I'm joking. I had a great time. I do run a game of Numenera. That's on Saturday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That will be starting again on February 6th. Numenera is a science fantasy game that takes place on Earth 1 billion years in the future. So come watch a very interesting, very fun return to this game as we start our season 2. Yeah, that is, to my knowledge, everything I have going on right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can, oh, mother bitch, I was about to start my Twitter thing again. My favorite moment of the session was Vesper absolutely roasting Finley and making sure that he had known us for longer than she had. Had.
Oh, no. Hi, I'm Camille. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. Fuck. I'm a sad panda. I don't even like pandas. Where's my calendar? You can find me here on Open for Adventure. Please give us a follow at Open4Adventure. It's a great time. Thanks to everybody for hopping in chat today. Thanks for the corruption. It's moments like those that make moments like these happen and also help us pay for art. Speaking of which, beautiful art on our screen is done by Triangle. Please commission them if you can. They are amazing. Don't I have a command? I have a command. Why does it hate me? Whatever. I have a dog named Max. That's what my command says. He's always hungry. I have a thing coming up that I'm doing on Saturday, February the 6th. I will be playing in a game for Jasper's Game Day on Wily Hobbit's channel, run by Andrew Fellowship of the Tables. It is for a good cause. Come donate some crits and advantages, and it's raising money for mental health awareness over there on Wily Hobbit's channel. I just like to put a special shout out to all my players and the trust that they put in me and that we put in each other, and that just a gentle reminder that in things like that come up today, communication is very important and very key. If you have any questions about what we do here on Open for Adventure, never hesitate to reach out to me. We've got Wild Magic on February 5th. Lots of cool stuff coming up. Catch us tomorrow night for a very, very special episode of Fate's Chosen. And like I said, it will be very special. You don't want to miss it. It will be so special, I will probably be giving aid as well as corruption. So if you'd like to come and help or hinder the party, Mindy, you're not allowed to miss it. You're double not allowed to miss it. I swear to God, Red. That's it for me. Let me go over to our warm fuzzies. I know how to spell Patreon.
Wild Magic was a trip. That was a lot of fun.
Let's see. All right, we have Belle Chavez.
Belle Chavez.
Belle Chavez.
Christina.
With the 2 years.
Christina.
Christina.
L Street Gaming.
L Street Gaming.
Not to be confused with K Street Gaming.
God.
Rick O.
Rico.
Oh,
Strix.
Strix. Who are we
And
speaking?
Deborah.
And Deborah.
And Deborah.
Deborah.
Most average name of the group.
Thank y'all so much for supporting us and allowing us to do what we do, which is bring y'all great content about TTRPGs. Catch us next week, same time, same place, as the party maybe tries to cross the globe. We'll see. All right, everybody. See you next time. Or maybe not. Go to... My stream deck's not working. It's
Maybe?
fine. It's
Maybe?
fine. I'll do it. We'll do it live!